The battle begins shortly, heroes.
Welcome in, everybody. We are here in the Nexus Gaming Series Division D East. On the left-hand side is going to be F.H.K, Mary Kill. Excuse me. You got yourself a Garrosh, Vala, Rhaegar, Leoric, and Kael'thas. Wait till 10 on the right side. We'll have your Li Ming, Sonya, Greymane, Anub'arak, and Anduin. Dive heavy composition, control heavy composition on the left-hand side. Gonna be an interesting matchup. Let's get into it. As always, if there's a requested game that is on current patch and has not been casted, I would be happy to cover it for you guys. Whether it's Heroes Lounge or NGS, I don't mind either. Alright. Got your Nerubian Armor, level 1, Well of Light. That's gonna be Viciousness, Greymane. You've got your Furious Blow for the Sonya for the Seismic Slam, and Aetherwalker Li Ming. Kael'thas will go into Mana Addict. You got your Colossal Totem on Rhaegar. It is Osin's Renewal for Leoric. Unrivaled Strength, Garrosh, and our Twitch prediction, Fire at Will for the Vala. 50 or more, 49 or less, go, go, go. Odds, are there odds? There are odds. Nice. Toss onto Hannibal, into Gravity Lapse. Flame Strike finds purchase with the Living Bomb applied. Hannibal gets maybe some space created, but Vala, who was not hit by Anub'arak's Burrow Charge Impale combo, is going to be able to find First Blood for the allied team. Nicely done, Exun. Also, Kaimo, I highly recommend if you have some time to check out the Razorfin flowchart. I asked Cat Peach for a little bit of advice, as well as Stark as well, and I think it's pretty clear as to how to play him, so always happy to take a little bit of feedback. I'm gonna keep like updating it as the season goes on, though. Like I'll make like different versions or newer ones. Burrow Charge tries to find Vala, but Vala plays it safe, backing off, clears out a few of the summonables from Ronin. Keeping that hatred going in bottom lane. Soul Nova the Garrosh, chilling in the bush. Anub'arak is going to get thrown out of place into the corridor again. Soul Nova seems to have this play style where they sit in the bush and throw someone in the corridor with the Groundbreaker. It's, might want to be careful of this bush area. Piercing Light for your Anduin, Arsenal Vala as well. You get the Paralyzing Rage for Leoric. That looks like it's going to be your Energy Royal for Kael'thas, which is going to reduce the cooldown of Gravity Lapse when you hit an enemy hero, but permanently reduces the mana cost by 70, which baseline mana cost is 90 if you did not know. The mana cost of Gravity Lapse is more than Phoenix. The Heroic. I'm not even kidding. I think Phoenix is like 80, 85 or something like that, and Gravity Lapse is 90. I don't know why, I find it comical that a base ability has more mana cost than a heroic. I feel like that's a very common thing in MOBAs, that it's usually the heroic costs the most mana. Garrosh looking to interrupt Anduin. Contest around this objective is looking pretty promising for both. Kael'thas able to sidestep the Arcane Orb. No Triumvirate reset value for Tantrum. Arcane Orbs will be, Magic Missiles flying in. Arcane Orb tries to find purchase into Yoon. Keeping that hatred going off of the Beetle of Anub'arak. Kael'thas and Rhaegar getting the channel. That will be first seed and first kill over to the left-hand side of F.H.K, Mary Kill. Vala stackage currently sitting on 12. Still have a few more moments if you'd like to make a prediction here. But either way, Siege Giants atop cleared away. No camps available on the map, but there is potential pressure onto Anub'arak, playing very safe in the bottom lane. Nicely done. Aware of the setup that's been happening so much, this Vala, Garrosh, and stuff like that. Burrow Charge short distance in front of the fort front gate. Ronin knows they can step up for that one and safely played. Li Ming trying to find some artillery from the high side of all of this. It is Zai's Vengeance level 7, which I actually like here. I know Calamity is the more popular and better talent, but if you're uncomfortable blinking in to melee range, basically, yeah. I mean, you have a dive-heavy composition with Greymane and Ubrak, Sonya, which I'm assuming is going to be Leap. But if you're able to just sit back and just throw orb after orb after orb, I think that's also just as useful. The Chastise is great. Greymane lunges in, and that's the dive I was talking about as we were loading on into this map. Great dive burst from wait till 10, and they did not wait till 10. Also, is the misspelling of their name on purpose? Isn't it supposed to only be one L? Like, isn't T-I-L-L like a merchant till? A Leoric will be going down. Reset for Tantrum. Li Ming trying to find another Arcane Orb, but will not be able to get the connection onto the enemy. No purchase found. Oh, only 30 stacks to go for your Vala. She's at 20 already, 5 minutes in. Second seed spawning in the bottom right of the map. I believe the third then will be top center. I think because it was bottom left, bottom right, so I believe it's top center then. Will be our third seed spawning. Oh no, this is our third seed. Okay, never mind. Ignore me. Right, there's no calculations for this map. It doesn't work like Curse Hollow because we had bottom left and top left just now. So yeah, there's the RNG of it all is just kind of haphazard, or maybe I guess you could say it's true RNG. Because even the first one is anywhere on the map. It's not like Curse Hollow, which it can be top or bottom center locations. 10 talent here on the right side for wait till 10, as they've got Leap, Sonya, Disintegrate, Go for the Throat, which fares well into this dive-heavy comp. Ronin's totally going to take Locust Swarm, right? No, it's going to be Cocoon, of course. Why would you take anything else? Cocoon the Rhaegar, kill everyone else. Or Cocoon Garrosh, actually. So long as he doesn't Indomitable it. Anduin, I assume, is Light Bomb with this dive-heavy comp. There's way too many interrupts for Holy Word Salvation. Decimate, you've got the Spinny Shooty Shot, the Strafe for Vala, Ancestor Healing, Entomb, and Kael'thas is probably Phoenix. The first is always on bottom. I don't think that's true. I'm pretty sure I've seen first ones on the top as well. I'm pretty sure it's like pure RNG. Next seed, though, will be spawning top left of the map. A little spin from Garrosh here and there. Greymane lunges in. Magic missiles firing out, though, really quickly. Clear out wave, push things up onto the fort front gate here. In top lane, Pat gets a skeletal swing, but yeah, it needs to back away. Disintegrate, minion wave is pretty decent. Garrosh is rotating up, but we do have Ronin anchoring as well right next to the enemy tank. It is going to be full W build for your Nubrak, by the way, with Chitinous plating at level 7. Seed on the left side could be Garden Tear Summon over the side of Wait Till 10. Decimate spin from Garrosh. Looking for some dismounts here and there. Entomb from Leorco's fishing, but does not grant any sort of capture onto the enemy. Does body block a little bit. Flame strikes from Kael'thas coming out. Hannibal on the right side does have that leap. It is Holy Word Salvation, by the way, for the Anduin. I was not expecting that. Straight from Vala goes out. Kael'thas is the one to go down. Cocoon onto Garrosh on the left-hand side. As sustained damage into Hannibal does. Sonya, excuse me, is going to be mitigated. Holy Word Salvation was interrupted, but still Garrosh does end up going down in the end. Bottom lane wave is crashing onto the fort front gate, or at least the last tower of the fort in bottom lane. As Nubrak fishes for... Well, he'll be able to grab the attention or leash these sappers, as we do have Pat stepping up, skeletal swaying, Chastise lands into Leoric, and he gets a quick chain heal from Rhaegar. Multi-shots from the Vala will be coming out. Burrow charge. Garden Terror is going to be summoned here over to the side of Wait Till 10. Overgrowth Plant will be summoned here in the top lane. And Disintegrate for some siege. Magic missiles. Garden Terror on top being worked on by Vala. Let's take a peek into mid lane, as that'll be managed quite quickly. And bottom lane, Garden Terror shoved in by the Sonya. 13 talents here on the right-hand side. He's going to be going into the Mythical Spear at level 13. You also do have the Burning Beetles for a Nubrak. Greymane picks up his On the Prowl. Kael'thas Flame Strike trying to find somebody, but the enemies are able to move a little bit away from that one. Packet stunned by the Immortal. Sorry, by the Punisher. God dang it, by the Garden Terror. As the Gravity Lapse will be just shy of Hannibal, but this Sonya, she's trying to spin to back away, forced to use Leap. Spreads the Living Bomb over to Anubarak, and that'll be the end of that one. But 13 talents here will be coming through. The top lane fort is the only thing that was taken down. We did have some gate damage and a little bit of fort damage in mid and bottom, but otherwise, everything is looking pretty good for Wait Till 10. Gloom Vala, trying to avoid some of that spell damage from Li Ming, or spell burst, potentially. You've also got the passive. You have the 15 spell armor, and each stack of Hatred heals for 2.1 health per second. So, at max Hatred, 21 health per second, which is not bad. Also, you have your baseline regen as well. It was, oh, great Ancestral coming through. Pyroblast. Holy Road Salvation will mitigate any damage. Garrosh steps up for the Groundbreaker, but doesn't get it in time. Uh-oh, Living Bomb. Iceman should be fine. A little too cool for that death. But, yeah, Vala Hungering Arrow plus Living Bomb will take down the Anduin. A bit of panic there on the side of Wait Till 10 on that fight. Pyroblast Kael'thas. I was not anticipating that. By the way, speaking of Kael'thas, he's one globe away from getting his activated for the Arcane Barrier. Doesn't get it here in mid lane, as the globe does expire before you can step up for it. Next seed, bottom center of the location, as Anubarak works on the wave. Multi-shot coming out from Vala. Garrosh spins, toss, Ronin in a rough spot. Burrow charges to safety. Magic Missile firing out as well. Living Bomb applied. Ronin going down, and Li Ming does not get any sort of counter pressure onto the enemy. Not enough to at least stall out the kill. Garrosh pulling Sappers. It looks like 2 out of 3 Garden Terror Seeds will be over to the side of F.H.K. Marry Kill, as Wait Till 10. This top lane wave pushed up a little bit. They're going to go ahead and steal away Siege Giants. Kael'thas gets his 20th Regeneration Globe. Speaking of stacks, though, by the way, Vala with 41 currently. Maybe I should have made it a meme. It's like 12 minutes in. Getting 9 more doesn't seem too crazy, but we'll see. Entomb into Chastise. Leap comes out. There's going to be a Living Bomb spread to a few enemies as well. Li Ming is able to back away towards the high side of top lane. We do have your top on the opposing side from Wait Till 10 pushing up. Needs to be managed, and 16 talent here may get found off of this wave. At least close to it. And Li Ming does pick up Arcane Orbit. Massive Arcane range. What's up, Cav? Bye-bye, Kael'thas.
I got something you can push up right here.
That's going to be Vala able to back away. The Holy Word Salvation from Anduin will be coming through. Greymane's the one to go down. And Anubarak thrown into the Vala. And he doesn't go for the autos. Just trying to back away at this time. And honestly, I think that's the safer and smarter play. Bottom lane wave crashing onto the fort. Cav, thank you for the tier 2 for 48 months. 4 years of enjoyable content here. Thank you so very much, bud. I appreciate that tier 2. Alerts working perfectly well as they should. We only had 1 alert break today, which is not bad. Actually, no. Be Crazies didn't go off. That's right. Be Crazies and Nancy's broke. But everything else has been working today, which is nice. And thanks again, bud. Appreciate it. All right, well, we had 16s come through. We had a little bit of a scuffle breakout. It is going to be Frost Shot for the Vala, or Punishment, sorry. Punishment for the Vala, not going to be going into Manticore. I know there's synergies with this with the level 1, but I'm such a fan of Manticore. Just the damage is so nice. I know, right? Can you believe it? 4 years of listening to me just dog on Dark Souls 3 or 2. I guess more. It's probably been like 2 years of me dogging on Dark Souls 2. I didn't start playing Souls games for a little bit. That's a great Burrow Impale. Ancestral denied as well. Li Ming gets the kill. The Holy Word Salvation from Anduin will be activated. Meanwhile, on the left-hand side, Sonya does go down. It's a healer for Bruiser. as this could be Garden Terror going over to the side of FHK Mary Kill. Arcane Orbs firing in. Burrow Charge is going to be good onto Soul Nova. That's going to be Greymane lunging in, and they take down Garrosh. 2 out of 3 seeds will be over here on the side of Wait Till 10. Nicely done. Uh-oh, Leorcan top mid lane. He is Spectral Leech with Mithril Mace, so he doesn't have that Wraithwalk range and stuff like that. As the Nubrak pulls these sappers to the side, clears them out, Channel comes through, and it's 2 out of 3 for both sides. We're going to find out who's going to be able to get the next Garden Tear. We'll be back-to-back for Wait Till 10. By the way, for the Believers, you get paid out for this one. 53 stacks for follow. There's no way for her to reduce that stackage. It's not like Nazebo where you have bad medicine level 20.
Red team has destroyed a fort.
Chastise looks to disengage, or at least find a rooting case. Next seed will be top center. So a sort of neutral position. The one thing I will mention, though, is the crew of Wait Till 10 have the well over here on the top right to be able to retreat to, and the fort as well. And meanwhile, left side obviously has been already cleared out from that earlier siege from the first Garden Terror summoning. Invade on this left-hand side? No, they're just going to clear out the wave, okay. Oh, wait, no, Greymane scouts it, but it's going to be way too late. Yeah, way too late. If a Nubrak had gone there first, then maybe they could have contested it, but either way. They get the top lane wave pushing up. Their Siege Giants clashing into that. Nice Arcane Orbs to check the bush. Garrosh steps out of that, not giving any sort of cooldown or reset over to Li Ming. I'm going to pull away the talents here because we don't have any new information. Cocoon on to Garrosh. He throws a Nubrak in. The leap from Sonya. There's huge damage into Rhaegar. He goes down first. It's Reset City for Li Ming as the Holy Word Salvation will be interrupted by a Groundbreaker of Soul Nova. But it's just Yoon and Garrosh, Soul Nova, and Vala trying to back away. The multi-shot's coming out. Garrosh does go down. A reset over to Li Ming. I say you get objective and you continue. Like, you have some people push top lane and someone else gets objective. You have a massive top lane wave push in. Vala trying to clear bot mid. Good aggression coming out from Wait Till 10. And yes, they will leave a Nubrak as Beetles. Honestly, you could probably like spam a bunch of a Beetles and then rotate around, then probably channel this while the Beetles are dealing with the Sappers, but it is what it is. There's like micro adjustments you could possibly make. You could, in theory, we're talking about like a 5-second difference for Garden Terror summoning, which, I mean, in theory, I mean, that still would have been death timers elapsing, but as we're taking stock of it all, mid lane fort's already gone down. Top lane fort is probably going to fall. Core is already being worked on. Sonya leaps in onto the Vala, gets the Ancestral, which is, yikes. A bit rough right there, unfortunately. Entomb does not capture Sonya. Top lane keep below 50%. Level 21 on the right side. Garden Terror is broken through the shielding. Toss into Groundbreaker onto Sonya. Indomitable from Garrosh. Arcane Orb still firing in. Sonya steps up with a little spin. Top fort or keep does go down, as I mentioned. Garden Terror slam. Bottom keep has gone down as well. It's all major structures picked off from the side of F.H.K. Mary Kill. Pat, I think, thrown to safety. Garrosh gets a Blood Craze to heal up a little bit, but the core is falling. Leorc goes down. Greymane lunges in. Resets for Li Ming. Holy Word Salvation for the Anduin. It don't matter, though. Garden Terrors here came through, and that will be map number 1 of our second best of 3 of the day. Over to the side of Wait Till 10. I feel like they didn't really wait till 10. I feel like they kind of just won the game through a lot of good team fighting persistently and consistently. Oh, okay. It took me a second to figure that out. 72 stacks. Even if we made it a meme number, the Believers would have still been paid out. Nicely done, Believers. 50 or more for the Vala. All right, we're going to go ahead and do what we always do, everybody. We're going to go ahead and roll out a block of ads. We're going to get set up for map number 2, and we're going to find out who is victorious in the upcoming map. Is it going to be a clean and quick 2-0? I don't want to know. Or if it's going to be a map number 3. We'll find out together, everybody. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for hanging out, everyone. Man, bunch of subs have already come through. This is a really cozy Saturday. I'm glad we're doing Heroes Casting today. I thought about doing more Metal Gear, and I was like, you know what? We'll take a break from Metal Gear. I'll come back to it next week, and we'll literally start Metal Gear in a boss fight, which is kind of exciting in my opinion. I assume it's a boss fight. It kind of seems like a continuation of the Electric Boy fight. Ronin right, Yoon left. Players are on the correct sides. And score updated right. Boom, boom, boom. That's all good. Ads are gone. All right. Yo, what's up, Yanthor? How you doing? How are the kitties? How are you all faring out there? Hopefully nice and cozy and warm on this wonderful Saturday. I'm going to get some tacos for lunch. I'm going to work on the Baja Ross stuff. I'm going to get set up. I gotta work a show tonight. I'm working the door. I'll be right back. I'm going to go get some tea, okay, everybody? While I'm gone, you should tell Bandit how amazing he is as a dog. He's reading chat. He's reading all your messages. You should tell him. Ow! Son of a bitch. Oh, man. Alright. That's great. I love kicking my chair. Corsair chairs are so good that when you kick them, you're the one that gets hurt. Ow. Two kids are still sick, but doing much better. One is on 10 days of eye drops, antibiotics, and 30 days of oral antibiotics. I remember when I got Bandit, he had worms, which is not really uncommon for like when you adopt a dog from like a shelter and stuff. And I remember when I got him, I took him to the vet within like a couple days, you know, generic stuff, blah, blah, blah. You have a dog, you should get him checked by a vet, establish that like patient sort of situation or whatever. And I remember the vet gave me like a syringe, and they were like, for like 2 or 3 days you have to give him this syringe because it gets rid of the worms or whatever. And I'll never forget, I was sitting there, I was like, oh man, dude, this is gonna be so difficult, because Bandit's my first dog I ever had, and you know, like I had helped other people, like, you know, I'd like babysat people's dogs and stuff like that, but I never like owned a dog. And so I was sitting there and I was like, man, all those videos of like dogs that always like trying to like fight against medications and stuff. And I remember I had the syringe, I kneeled down the floor, and Bandit just walked over and was like ready. Like, I'm not even kidding, like legitimately like just like, I wouldn't say like chomp down, but he was just like, oh, I know what this is. Like, it was... why did my monitor just do that? This monitor sometimes is weird and I don't know why. Sometimes this monitor, like, I don't know what's going on with it. There's some weird setting. Alrighty. I have kicked my chair. Not bleeding, so that's all that matters. I'm not going to sit here and bleed. Oh, yeah. And then, my ex and I had a cat together, but like I literally like scruffed the cat from when it was a kitten. And it wasn't like I wasn't like carrying the whole cat, like I'd supported its body weight and everything, but it was one of those things where like we were just like, you know what, we're gonna scruff this cat, and it works out really good because when I'd have to cut Odin's nails, and he had clear nails so I could see the quick, so it was like no big deal, I didn't mind doing it. I'd literally like, I'd take him into the bathroom with me, and I'd like close the toilet and sit on top of it and close the door, and I would just sit there with like one hand like scruffed and then the other one just clipping the nails. And then eventually like it got to the point where he was just like, all right, like he stopped fighting me on it at all. Like usually it was like the moment I let go, he would just like sprint out of the bathroom, hence the door being closed, so he ran to the door a couple times because he was a genius. But then eventually, like, I didn't have to even do it. Like, he was just like, all right, whatever. And then eventually I could easily like spread the nails by like, you know, you push down on the pad and like the nails come out or whatever. So eventually I could get like an easier cut as well. So it just takes time and practice and patience and treats. And that's the important part, the treats. Let's get into map number 2, everyone. The ads are done. The stories have been told. And let's see what we got for our quest. Let's do a Johanna level 4 subdue quest. Let's do a does Johanna finish level 4 stacks? Yes, sub done. No, sub undone. If you know the results, you're welcome to gamble. Just don't tell us in chat. We don't care. We're here to enjoy some games.
Prepare yourselves for battle, heroes.
This is the Towers of Doom music. Left-hand side of the map is going to be F.H.K. Marry Kill. Down in this best of 3 series in Division D East, we have got your Johanna, Falstad, Malfurion, Blaze, and Jaina. Right side of the map is going to be Wait Till 10. We're going to be seeing your Vala, Malthael, Tassadar, Ariel, and ETC.
The battle begins in 10 seconds.
Infernal Shrines, so it's a double soak map. You got a lot of team fighting, so high probability for sub-done for the Johanna, in my opinion. We do have your Zealous Glare level 1, as well as Frequent Flyer, Emerald Dreams, Adrenaline Stimpack, and Fingers of Frost for the Jaina. Looking at your Searing Light, Psy Infusion, On a Pale Horse. Vala on this map. Auto build, I assume? ETC is what, though? Proc Rock, maybe? Easy to grab. It's easy to grab those globes in the double soak. It's a little AoE healing for your allies. It is going to be auto attack build for the Vala. Granted, into double shield glare from the Johanna, which isn't like, oh man, Johanna wins Zealous Glare, you can't play auto attack Vala. It's just going to be like, all right, you got to be conscious of those shield glares on your character. Vala does pick up quite a few stacks early on, already at 11. Do have a little bit of stackage for your Jaina as well, 343 for her. But we see our solo laners break off into the top lane. Pat and Hannibal will be matching into each other. As I mentioned, it's that On a Pale Horse for Malthael. One of the higher buffs in Here's the Storm for mount speed, and 150% when mounted. Dahaka maxes out at 140. I Hate Waiting, I believe, is 160 for the Junkrat. Nice job getting the kill into the Johanna right there. Okay, so first blood over the side of Wait Till 10. And we're just kind of seeing what our rotations and such look like. First punish will be Frozen in the bottom lane. Maybe seeing priority onto the Fort Front Gate Siege. That's what I'd like to see from Wait Till 10. I mean, they got the Johanna kill. It is a low death timer, but I think they could get like a little bit of soft siege into the Fort Front Gate. Granted, they do have the minion wave pushed up, so I guess they're just going to utilize that. Small amount of siege will come through. As we have mid lane Falstad. Gonna get some damage out into Tantrum. Force Wall goes down, and Tantrum actually kind of blocking themselves with that one. I think the idea was to put it and split the enemy from them. Okay. Okay. Sorry. Dao was texting me. Shockrays continues to poke at the waves. Psy Storms as well. Nothing really crazy to mention early on. ETC gonna go for more utility with Speed Metal. There's your Subdue for the Johannas. You gotta hit 4 more of the enemy heroes. Frequent Flyer Falstad will be paired... Sorry, excuse me. Too much tea. Frequent Flyer Falstad will be paired into Hammer Gains. You've got your Rejuvenation. It is gonna be Frost Shards for the Jaina, which is gonna have some piercing values, so maybe poke around the objective with that one. Death Dealer Vala is pretty standard. Electric Fence we see a lot. I'm not crazy about Electric Fence. I get the value and everything. I'm just it's not my favorite talent. Force Barrier level 20 does have great synergy with it, but I don't know. It's not my preferred level 4 for Tassadar. Force Wall does go down. We do have a Root from Malfurion thrown in here. Iceman, the Vala, keeping that hatred going, getting auto after auto. Maybe get some... Oh my god, Vala gets deleted right there. Hannibal may get taken down by a Blizzard of Jaina. Johanna steps up and is able to get that kill. It's a double kill over to the side of F.H.K. Marry Kill. And this Ariel's fine to back away. All right, Frozen Punish will be grabbed in the bottom lane. 7 talents here coming through soon. Nicely done, F.H.K. Marry Kill. Building a little bit more, building a little bit of momentum here in map number 2. Always good to see.
Blue team has summoned the Frozen Punisher.
Let's see here. Secret weapon, pretty standard stuff. We will see the conviction. So it's not going to be having any sort of Sins Exposed healing debuff onto the enemy. Nanomachine coating, ice flows, hot pursuit. You're looking at cold hand with the die alone. Ariel does pick up the Glimmer of Hope. Collecting regeneration globe reduces the cost of Ariel's next Ray of Heaven by 75%. You've also got your Echo Petal ETC and the Sayako for Tassadar. Isn't the level 4 technically a Psystorm talent because of the... Oh, no, it's the shield. Okay, that's right. Psystorm is level 7 on the auto attack build. That is getting low. That's a really good shock ray from Tassadar. Gets the kill. Tantrum. Nice max range Q. Finds purchase of a kill. 2-2 and kills. 10 times a year coming up soon. Let's go ahead and cycle through the other numbers. We'll wait to see what we have here. ETC dismounted with a little shield glare. Looks like Ronin does not care about that. Steps up for camp. Zabuza on the left-hand side, just playing it safe with Yoon as well. Little twin flames from Blaze with the oil stick ignited. I didn't look at when the last Punisher went down. The next one's going to be Arcane, probably somewhere in the 7-minute mark in game time. Somewhere around that ballpark. Top lane wave going to be managed by Malthael. Tassadar is resetting for full. Blizzard from Jaina clears out the Impaler. They get some small siege into mid. Speaking of mid lane, more Impalers will be grabbed. We also see Ariel and Vala getting anchored by this ETC in the bush. Looks like Vala splits out in the bottom lane to clear things out quickly and sustain more health onto that fort. What are we going to get for heroics? I kind of feel like it's a stage dive ETC game to get into the back line. Mosh Pit, I feel like it's just going to get interrupted by so much stuff, but we'll see. Ariel's probably Crystal Aegis, Black Hole Tassadar, Malthael Last Rites usually. We have seen a bit more Tormented Soul ever since the buff on the level 20. Rain of Vengeance, Vala, Bless Shield, Johanna, Gust, Tranquility, Bunker, and Ring of Frost. There's so many erupts from Mosh, but it is going to be Mosh in the end. Bunker. Actually, you know what? With Bunker and everything, I feel like you might want to go into Tormented Souls because Bunker, Ice Block, Iron Skin. Yeah, I mean, like, Falstad and Malfurion could be targets, but if they jump inside the Bunker, then you're... Yeah. I'd like to see Tormented Souls for the team fight. I don't think Hannibal's going to go that direction, though. I will happily be wrong, but it is Last Rites. Yeah, I don't think I personally don't think Last Rites will have a stack by the end of the game. If it does, it's gonna be off of one of those kills where it's like, it's gonna be one of those people that's like they're already dead and you throw the stack on it just to get the, or you throw the heroic on that target just to guarantee the 5-second cooldown. Which, hey, I mean, that's great. Crystal Aegis into Ring of Frost. The Malfurion root was on the ground. The Tranquility comes through. Val's the one to be taken down. Huge condemn from the Johanna, but no sub done for the Twitch gamble. It's just there's a lot of factors that mitigate Last Rites is my only thing, and I'm no flame to Hannibal by any means. You play your playstyle, but just a consideration for the future on a map, especially like this. Hannibal is definitely going to be taken down. Tries to heal up a little bit. Shock rays from Tassadar are great. The Johanna steps up. The Last Rites is thrown out. It does stuff. 21 stacks for the Frequent Flyer. Falstead, you got 13 on the Jaina, 14 for her regeneration globes, 5,847 of 12k on the improved ice block. ETC's done with his proc rock level 1. You got 2 of 6 detainment strikes for the Ariel. The big thing is, though, the passive that you get when you actually take the talent. You get the 30% knockback. The stacks just give you more damage. The knockback range, I think, is honestly the biggest factor of repeating offense, in my opinion. The damage is just a nice little addition to that. 34 for the Vala. Bless Shield comes out from the Johanna. Malthael dives in. Last Rites down for 25. Mosh Pit from ETC canceled as Jaina drops a Blizzard onto him. The Bunker comes down from Blaze. There's a Black Hole from Tassadar pushing people back. Gust to do the same thing. As Jaina, Ring of Frost is going to be anti-synergistic with that. Miscommunication between the players of F.H.K. Marry Kill with that Gust and Ring. Or it might have been one of those things where it's like, I'm going to Gust. It's like, wait, I'm ringing! The big thing, though, for your Falstad at this level 13 is he's going to be able to pick up his percent-based damage. Percent-based damage with the sustained wins. Really nice. You also got Jaina going into Stormfront. Huh. I feel like if you're going to be going into Blizzard stuff, you should be taking the Ice Wand Fury, I believe is the name of the talent. Because that gives you cooldown reduction on your Blizzards. And it really works out with the 13-16. Punisher jumps over onto 2, but no follow-up for a kill. As the Arcane Punisher's pulled to the fort. The fort front gate being worked on right now. Malthael joining with the allies. Now it looks like he's going to head to bottom lane to push back the Falstad, who's shoving a wave bomb to the fort. Punisher chasing on a Soul Nova. Johanna should be fine. Big jet propulsion from Pat. Twin Flame ignites the oil slick. Tantrum a little bit low. Mid-fort may get taken down here. Falstad does have a Gust if he wants to try and flank in. I do see the positioning. Like, Gust into Blessed Shield into Ring of Frost would be huge. Nice to Tame and Stripe. Ring of Frost, though, finds no value. ETC caught by the roots. And Tassadar Force Wall actually blocks ETC from backing up, but he was dead either way. The root would have found CC value, and he would have been taken down, but still. Force Wall from Tassadar, a little anti-synergistic. Shroud of Wisdom for the Malthael. We don't see this very often either at level 13. Hannibal gets taken down. No last rites activated, but it cooldown for 20 seconds. After 2 seconds, gain 50 spell armor for 4 seconds. I mean, it's really good up against the Jaina. Falstad does have some spell ability, so does Malfurion and Blaze. His Collision Course is considered ability damage. It's not physical. Alrighty. 19 globes on your Jaina. She's 1 away from Fingers of Frost. Actually, it's going to finish right there. Still about 4K plus. On the baseline, improved ice block, you've got your 30 stacks for Falstad. No Subdone Johanna. No last right stackage. 44 for the Vala. And 2 repeated defense stacks for the Ariel, as we have 16 talents here. Half a level to go. A full level lead. Blessed Shield activation after that. Decent Condemn, but it was a little too fast, and the ally team are not able to capitalize on anything off of that from Soul Nova. Good attempt. Relatively low cooldown for Blessed Shield, 60 seconds. So she'll anchor into the bush for the allies. They rotate in from the top left camp. Johanna will grab some experience in top lane. This will be 16 talents here, as the objective phase for Mortar Punisher in the top lane will be up in just a few moments, if I'm not mistaken. So will Jaina go into Blizzard at 16 as well? Or is she going to go into the the Cone of Cold talent? Armor debuff, Root, or Blizzard? Okay, so she is going to be going into Northern Exposure. So then, yeah, so then the Ice Flows makes complete sense, okay. I thought she was going to go into a full Blizzard build, which then I was like, all right, well then Ice Wand Fury is really, really nice to have as well, which I believe is at level 7. Yeah, basic attacks against chilled enemies deal 50% more damage and lower the cooldown of Blizzard by 1.25 seconds, doubled against heroes. So you have a 2.5 second cooldown per auto attack onto chilled heroes in the level Snowstorm at level 16. The damage of the second wave Blizzard increased by 50, the damage of the third by 100. But this is going to be reducing armor by 25 for 2 seconds to enemies that are chilled. So obviously you got a Blizzard and then Cone of Cold, or Ice Lance into Cone of Cold as well, or Ring of Frost into Cone of Cold. Reservoir of Hope is a big one, though, for the Ariel. ETC picks up the aggressive shredding. We do have Blizzard onto Tantrum, forced to use the Shadow Walk. Tranquility from Malfurion activated. Here comes a bunker from Blaze. The Gust from Falstad pushes the enemy back. ETC with a few autos onto the bunker just to clear that out. Malfurion throws down a Shroud. Gets a mark onto a few enemies. Johanna looking to step up. Root onto Vala. Johanna steps up with Iron Skin active, trying to find something. Condemn onto 2. Blessed Shield just coming off cooldown right now. Jet Propulsion to Blessed Shield will be huge, and that's actually the case. The Ring of Frost finds like 3 members. ETC goes down. The Crystal Aegis goes through as well. Johanna will fall. Vala picks up her first 50th stack. And it's a 1 for 2 favoring the side of F.H.K. Mary Kill. 8-4 in kills. The map is looking okay for F.H.K. Mary Kill. If they're able to get this Punisher, they should take down top fort. Manticore Vala. Soul Collector for the Malthael, so you have Die Alone. The Soul Rip deals 52 more damage to heroes if it only hits 1 hero. You've got the Cold Hand. The Soul Rip slows enemies for 20% for 2.5 seconds. And the Soul Collector, reduce Soul Rip cooldown by 0.5 seconds, increase its range by 25%. So very, the Malthael build feels like it's very much for the solo lane, but when it comes to the team fight, I feel like it struggles a little bit with that level 4. I mean, there is still value at the 7 and 16, but it feels like that level 4 won't find much value in the team fights. And I was wrong. Malthael does have 1 stack of his last rites. I didn't think he'd really end the map with any, but nicely done. Manages to get a 5-second cooldown onto the Heroics, only 65 seconds right now. Ronin chilled by the Jaina. Force Wall from Tacit coming out to Tame Strike into that. There's going to be a Jet Propulsion that misses. Crystal Aegis self-cast. The Punisher is going to get some damage onto a few of Wait Till 10's crew. The fort will fall, but I think the priority is to maybe find a nice mosh pit onto the enemies. Is that a 4-member mosh? Last Rites finds its 2nd stack. Beautifully done. I was not expecting that mosh to go so well. The Johanna tries to back away. They ignore the Punisher, and honestly, good for them. Beautifully done for Wait Till 10. They turn the tide of Infernal Shrines. They lose their fort, but find insane value. Ronin, MVP of the fight with that 3-member mosh after the kill into Jaina. Gus was a little late. Falstad was literally rotating in from mid lane as the mosh was still happening. Like, the mosh happened and Falstad was like here when I looked at the minimap. So yeah, it's very late because Falstad still had to move up. Malthael might be able to get the pressure onto this Falstad. So now this Soul Rip, 1 person is really good. Falstad tries to fly and thinks better of it. God, that mosh was beautiful. Nicely done, Ronin. Credit where it's due for sure. Next Punisher will be in the bottom lane, Frozen, and it looks like it will be bottom fort taken down in the meanwhile. 20 talents here should be picked up off the wave in the structure. So Jaina falls at a decent clear, so this might not be the fort taken down. They will at least be able to soft siege, get some value into this. Johanna gets a shield glare, dismount in the rotation. But still, 20 talents here will be faster on the right. 13 Reservoir of Hope stacks for the Ariel already. And I feel like I mentioned Reservoir of Hope maybe like 2 minutes ago. What is it? Because they nerfed it. Isn't it like 55 per stack now? Oh. Yeah, 55 per stack now with 13, 715 bonus storage. Ariel has a max of currently 1,812, and actually just went up again because they picked up another stack getting the full heal. For those that don't know, if you're not taking Reservoir Hope at 16 and you play Ariel, please start doing it. Each maximum energy ray of heaven Ariel casts increases maximum energy that can be stored by 55. Keep in mind, you've got the Searing Light, which deals 30% of that. So you could have a 30% of like 2k damage. I don't know what that is. Chad has to do the math. Also, Glimmer of Hope. Regeneration Globes reduces the cost of Ariel's next Ray of Heaven by 75%. So, really nice. Oops, wrong button. We will see your level 20 with the Force Bearer. ETC is going to be Power of the Horde. You've got your Shield of Hope. Malthael's No One Can Stop Death. And Vala with the Farflight Quiver. Shield Glare goes out, left side. Indestructible for the Johanna, playing it very safe. No Radiating Faith. No Blinded by the Light. We do have Lunar Shower, Wind Tunnel. We have Cold Snap for the Jaina as Blaze picks up his Burn Notice, or Incinerate. Yeah, Burn Notice. Last Rites won't find value right there. ETC Mosh Pit does. The Gust comes through, but Johanna still falls. Malthael does not get a 3rd stack on Last Rites. He got the 2nd earlier. As we have a lot of damage onto this Malthael, but Falstad barrel rolls in, has to back away safely. Force Barrier gets a little bit of an interrupt. Zabusa a little bit low. Vala chases in. The Tame Strike from the Ariel misses, but a 2nd kill will be picked up as the objective phase is up and available in 5 seconds. This is huge for Wait Till 10. They were trailing a little bit in this map around level 18-ish. And that team fight in top lane, that mosh pit, beautifully played. Beautifully played. I really got to say, Ronan. It's a whole team effort, but Ronan turned the tide of this map, I think, with that mosh pit. Such a big window created after that for the with the death timers and siege available. But either way, it is going to be your burn notice for Blaze. No fortified bunker. It's an old meme that if you don't take fortified bunker, you lose. We'll see if that continues. It's not Blaze's fault by any means, but fortified bunker's just really nice. So Falstad chilling in the bush. We have 12 seconds on the Malthael. Impaler camp for mid lane will be grabbed for some extra pressure. The allies will rotate in with the Punisher in bottom lane. First jump might get baited by the Johanna here. Yeah, it looks like she's setting up for it. She'll have Iron Skin to deny the CC. Shield Glare from the keep front gate side of the wall. So Shield Glare, Iron Skin, Punisher pulled over. And the siege continues into the top lane, or the bottom lane, fort front gate. Top lane does have a double catapult pushed out. Malthael grabs a camp for bottom lane as well. I love that bonk emote so much. I love that emote so much. It honestly might be one of my favorite emotes in the channel. The Fine emote's really good, but it's tier 2 and 3. The Bandit This Is Fine is really, really well done. Straubs is such an amazing artist, and if you're looking for emotes, you should hire them. Yep, those two crush. I love those. They're so well done. Straubs did so good with the fire. I also think that emote's in my Discord as well. Either way, emotes and such aside, we are going to be looking right now at some questing talents across the board. 52 for the Falstad. That's a lot, by the way. Jane is done with her baseline and level 1. You've got 4 stacks of 6 for the Ariel. 21 on that Reservoir of Hope. 83 for the Vala. She's died twice. Down to 15% bonus attack speed. And 2 stacks on Lacerates from Malthael. Looks like I was ever so slightly off on the stackage. Yes, I have 8 million emotes you have not tried yet. Speaking of emotes, tomorrow we're going to have discounted subs, and I believe September has started as well. Majbert from ETC on the left-hand side, on to Malfury, and Hannibal does go down. Has the ability to buy back in, will be able to do so. There's going to be a Ring of Frost from Jaina. The Cold Snap comes through as well. Ronan a little bit low here. May get taken down by the Jaina. Is there an Ice Lance or anything to get the shot into him? Falstad barrel rolls in. Is there a Force Barrier from Tassadar to create space? No, not at all. There's going to be the Force Barrier thrown down on the ground. The Crystal Aegis onto Vala to try and save Iceman stackage. Blaze is the one to go down. Level 20 Indestructible from Johanna will activate, but Vala still chases in, and Malthael, who bought back in, comes back for revenge and is able to get the setup for a quadra kill, and they steal away the objective, or the camp. Objective in mid lane will be. Ooh, when did the last one go down? I think it's pretty close to the announcement, but they should be able to take down Keep Front Gate. Maybe get the keep. Vala outranges structures by like 0.2 something. 0.2 something. Structures have an 8 range. Vala has 8.2. So literally at max hatred, she will siege for free. Where's the Finland? Falstad didn't die. Falstad didn't die. Nika. Wait, are they ending? No, they're not. Punisher in mid lane is up and available. Death timers will elapse. We do have ETC already starting the right side camp. Ariel, by the way, if you are curious, Ariel's energy max is 2,570 or 47 currently. The bonus that has been stored is 1,307. She's effectively doubled her energy at this point. From like the baseline energy you have, she's doubled it from this. Like, oh my god, dude. And keep in mind, if she uses Searing Light on an enemy, it's 30%, if it's max, 30% of 2,547. Someone's got the math on that in chat. It seems like it's a decent amount. It's still probably close to 1,000, right? Because 50% is 1,250. So 30% is probably like, what, 750 or something like that? About 850. I was pretty close. I was pretty close. Sometimes I see through the miasma, chat. Sometimes I can see through the miasma and make math work. Anyways, objective phase is here and ready to go. We got 4 kill advantage on the right side. There's a level of scaling over to the right as well with 24 to 23, 14 to 10. All heroics and charges off cooldown. Let's get a zoom out here as we do have Malthea trying to find a flank in. Falstead damage onto Tassadar forces them back, but it's Yoon, the Falstead, who's a little bit low. Hannibal setting up for a flank once again. Forces the enemies to back up a little bit. Shroud goes out. Top lane wave pushing up. Bottom as well. Mid is kind of neutral. Wizard down from the Jaina. There's going to be big damage into this Malthael. Does he have a buyback? Jaina goes down, and Malthael does have the buyback, so it's a trade. ETC Moshpit interrupted by Gus. The black hole from Tassadar will come through as well. Sabusa almost taken. Oh, the Vala shot comes through before Malfurion's able to get inside the bunker. Postman Pat looks to try and get some CC to create space for Falstad. The last rights onto Soul Nova, mitigated by the level 20, but it does trigger that, and there's everyone's favorite Northern European country.
Finland
Has been achieved by Wait Till 10. I feel like we need like an NA version of Finland.
Red team has summoned an arcane.
I feel like we need an NA version.
Blue team's core is under attack.
About Tree Fitty. Thank you, Revolver. Good to see you, bud. Ohio? Ew. There's only one good thing in Ohio, and that is Cedar Point in Sandusky. Nothing else in Ohio is nice. All right, we have on the right-hand side, Wait Till 10 does take this series in a 2-0. It's a day of 2-0s, apparently, as we have Division D East. Wait Till 10. Now, the question I have is Wait Till 10, is the misspelling on purpose? Because isn't till with 2 L's like a merchant till? Like, you know, like you're at the grocery store and you give